Okay, here's the boring bit. Anything you hear or see in this video is not investment advice. It could be absolute rubbish. Please do your own research. Hi there, welcome to my latest video. In this video, I'll be talking about the most important thing to look for if you want to make money in stocks and shares. And it's not easy, but if you keep your mind on this thing, you will always make money. Simple as that. And I'll go into it and I'll show you some examples of where I've gone wrong recently, where I've gone right through my portfolio. By the way, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you want to get the next one to your inbox, don't forget, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Don't forget the bell. The bell is very important. Oh, yes, it's very important. Okay, if you want to make money investing in stocks, this is the most important thing. I'm not talking about portfolio management here. That's pretty much risk is probably the most important thing there. Okay, I'm talking about if you want to make money, this is the most important thing. Price. It sounds obvious, doesn't it? Absolutely obvious. The oldest cliche on the stock market is buy low, sell high. But of course, the low and highs are relative. And also, when you get emotion involved, it's very easy to chase prices and not get the best price. Stock market, it is a market. You've got to try and get the best price, or bargain for the best price, or wait for it. It's more about discipline. It's waiting. Like the price, because, do you know, it's the difference between you making money and losing money. Simple. If you get that in your head, then you'll think, okay, it's best to wait. I'm not going to chase, because if I chase, the price will go up, and I'll buy at a bad price, and all of a sudden, I can't sell at a good price. So, I go back to this all the time. Me drag this out of the way. You can buy a bad company at a good price and make money. Okay, you've seen companies now in trouble. They've gone oversold. Technical bounces have been massive, and they've almost doubled off the bottom. So if you get the right price in these companies that are struggling, like for example, Carnival Cruises, EasyJet, they're struggling. They're not bad companies though, but recently they're struggling. If you get the right price there, you can almost double your money in some of these companies, you know? Phenomenal. Like Halford, for example, it's not a bad company per se. It's been struggling for quite a few years. So it's not a cracking company. It's been a turnaround thing, but it's tripled off its bottom. I mean, off the bounce. So you can buy a bad company at a good price and make money. You can also buy a good company at a bad price and lose money. I've done that. Well, I didn't lose money. I'll show you in a bit. But the goal is this. The ultimate goal is this right here. To buy a good company at a good price. If you do that, then you'll experience a sustained rise, not just for days or weeks or months, probably years. Yes, you'll have the odd dip, which you could top up in, but if you buy a good company at the good price, then you'll do well for a long time. This is my portfolio of late. It's on Friday. So I've broken this down before. It's different sections, different risks. So these are revenue generating, but loss-making companies pretty much, or will be revenue generating soon. These are the highest risk, of course, but highest reward. So I'm looking for my risk here, I'm looking for a 90% return in 1 year on these. I won't just automatically sell there. I'll see how it goes. And I never want to, as in my last video, I never want to limit my upside. I want to limit my downside. I do a scaling in or using stop losses. So this is current exposures, but that's the highest exposure I have actually out of all this, apart from cash. But 9%, it's up 50% that, okay? I expect more to come. I may even, if it comes below 9% again, I may even top up a few more shares if the chart's looking good. Polarian down 2.5. eEnergy up 67%. All right, last few weeks done very well. Shot up. Impact Group. Now these are less risky, so I'm looking for less reward. Okay, 60%. Again, I thought I haven't bought some of these right, and that's the problem. I'm up on them on 2 out of 3. Manolette, bought that all wrong. I'll show you that in the chart as well. Got it all wrong. And Tristel, I could have done better there, really. And you may notice one missing here. There was one here last week. Okay, I got rid of it. I'll show you why. HSBC, I bought that. I think I bought the entry right then. I'll show you why I got the entry right. And Barrett, again, I'm happy with the entry there because I'm looking to get this, this return. And if you get the entry right, the exit can also be right. Get the entry wrong, the exit will be wrong. Still 62% in cash, pretty much around that level, because I think we'll have some volatility. Listen, in a normal year, we have 10% corrections, And also, I've been looking at stats in a bear market. When the stock market falls more than 20%, within 100 days or 120, I'll look at the stats, but the chances are it goes up that you'll have almost a correction within 100 days of that happening. We're not far off that. Oh yeah, we've had a couple of months off, but it's going to happen soon. So, if you notice here, I sold Greg's because it's a good company, but I bought it at the wrong price. All right, simple as that. And I'll show you why right here on the chart. Let's go to the charts here. So this is Greg's. Okay, let's put my face up here, and this is essentially where I bought. So I sold it around about, I think, 3% up I was on the share price, and I sold it. I thought, I can't get my 30% out of this, and I'll show why. So this is my target. If I wanted 30%, so I bought around about, I think it was when I was rolling over. The RSI was coming down here. Yeah, it was coming down. So it was about here I bought it. And so now if I want 30% of that, in fact, let's say I was 2% up. Let's say I was 2% up here. So if I want my 30%, I'll put this up there. Look, I needed to get to 23.30. Now that's not far off his all-time highs. Risk reward could be here. Say for example, 3 to 1. You could have a 3 to 1, a 3 to 1 sort of risk ratio. Oh, it's 9 to 1 there. I want 3 to 1. I want. So yeah, that's not looking too bad on the risk reward ratio because there's some support here. So that's where you technically come out. But if I want to gain that 30% there, okay, the share price is going to be 23.30. Like I said, it's not far from his all-time highs. These are the all-time highs here at 24.40. Now, this is when Greg had all its stores open and was operating at full capacity in a decent economy. Right now, we're in lockdown. Do I think it's going to get there? Towards, no. No. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to get 10, maybe if I'm lucky, 5, 10%. So I'm going to get out now while I've got a little bit of gain. I haven't lost money. I'm net up 3%, whatever. I'm going to get out. And that's what I mean. If I'd done it down here, look, if I'd bought on the dip, so we had, a low here. No one ever gets to the bottom pretty much. Okay, it'd gone up. Look at that. Look at that line, look at the resistance there. Hit that line of resistance. And again, okay, now test it again. If I'd sort of bought in here, let's say around about here, then my 30% would be in £21. That'd be a lot more achievable, I think. We'd breaking this gap. And if I got it down here, right on this bounce, where it's gone, like I say, and I always say, when it's going from between 30 to 50 on the RSI, good time to buy. If I'd bought here, my target would be 20 quid for 30%. And just to remind you, going back to this, I'm looking for 30 cents on big stocks, And so, I'm just going to put that there. So, I messed up, really. I didn't get a good price. Listen, next time, I think, well, let's have a look at this next time. So, if I want to get 30% next time, and literally it's bounced to this level, 19 quid. All right, so 19 quid there. I need to buy it at 14 quid. Will it get back down there? I don't know. If I want to play it safe, if I think it's going to go, it's going to recover or not. So, essentially, don't just chase a company and think, I'll get in there and not look at what potential reward I want. Always try and work up. This is where I failed in the past. Oh, in fact, 30% is down here now because obviously the share price is down. So if I buy here, 30% would be very achievable. Look at that. If I buy at this level again, and test this level here at 14.35, 30% is very achievable. And that's the thing. If you're going to buy a share, stock, whatever, just in your head think, how much return am I hoping to get on this? Because that's all it's about. What return? For your investment, how much are you hoping to get back for this? Is it 5, 10%? What do you want? 20%? 30%? Have that in your head and then just look at the chart. Say, is it going to get there? Because when I bought up here, or around up here, I was never going to get 30% back in a time frame of 12 months. Now, if I buy down here, I'm likely to get back here before I test this resistance again. I'm likely to get that. So what have I swapped it out for? I sold this and I've gone with HSBC, HSBA here from the other thing. Now, to me, this looks a far better opportunity. Let me just put my. So I bought it at 380, I think 384 there. I'm looking for 30%. Come on, up you come, up you come, up you come, up you come, up you come. There we are. Risk reward ratio of, let me just scroll that up there. So look at this. This is a lot more achievable, isn't it? When you look at that, we look at where it has been. Let me bring that down. You know, it's been up at last few years. In 2018, it was £7 a share. I'm looking for that a return. And what's the reward there? Risk reward, yeah. So I mean that, and I could even put a 5% risk reward on that, because if you look at it, what I like here as well, I've looked at the chart going back sort of back to the financial crisis. It's never been this oversold on weekly and monthly. But I'll show you this bit here. Look, so we're getting in here, and my stop loss it doesn't have to go on there. It can go here pretty much, because the risk on this, if it goes below this what. Where did it get to? It's low here. There. If it breaks below that, I know it's probably going lower. So the risk-reward ratio is very good here. You know, because I know basically it's going to go lower if it breaks here. But if you look back at this on a... Let's get rid of that a second. On a weekly, this is a weekly chart. Look at this, oversold. And I always say, look for the oversold, and then look for it heading back towards, from oversold into 30 to 50, heading towards 30 to 50 on my filters, which I've shown before. Wait until it gets... Don't buy it down here because it keeps going lower like it has done here. If you bought here on oversold, look, at 470, you know, be a quid down because we went out at 370. So it kept coming down. Wait until you get a bounce up, and then you can put a stop loss there. But from the bounce, you can put a stop loss there if you don't trust it. And it weakened again. Now it's bounced back. That's divergence, RSI divergence. That's quite good. Double bottom of the RSI. So even though the share price is going down, it's strengthening. Now it's shot up. Big day on Friday for, you know, that is about 5 billion in market value for HSBC, one of the biggest banks in the world. That's up 6% on Friday. That's always good. Breaking through 50-day moving average on strong volume and a big move. That's good. Let's go back to a weekly chart quickly. I'm trying to show you this because I'll show you something that's... Look how oversold it is here. It went down to what? 24 on a weekly RSI. Let's scroll back. It's done it slightly there in 2016. It did touch it there in 2008. Look at that. It didn't even... Look at that. It wasn't even as oversold on a weekly on the Great Financial Crisis as it is now. Let's check again, just on a monthly. This is why I like this. It's so oversold. Look at that. It's never been more oversold as it is now on a monthly chart. Let's scroll out here. So you can see a technical bounce is good here. Good. We're on for a good bounce here because it's been so oversold and it's come back in on the strength. So I like that. Another one, like I said, I got wrong. In fact, let's look at the one I got right. That one I think I got right. Let's go with days. Again, look, I bought in here. Okay, this is my red light, my traffic light system here. But I bought in here, what have I about 90 pence on the dip. About here, I think. And I'm looking for 90% pretty much. And where would it be? It would be there. 34 pence. I've made my target here. Okay. And that's such a big risk reward. I need that much. So 3... I don't even need that, do I? Look at that. So when you get the right price, even your risk is limited, because if you think it's going below this, and what is that there? That is 14. So if it's going below 14, it's probably a bit lower. But so risk reward ratio is 5 to 1 pretty much. That's a good ratio. Not looking for 90%. It's easy doable. I expect a bit of weakness here, but they're looking at funding in June. I could take off again, and this had the potential to be a multi-bagger. If you look at my previous video on this, actually. What else? Again, Mano. I'm probably going to get out of these on good news. And I know they're going to have good news because basically there's a lot of companies going into liquidation. They're in liquidation, litigation, financing. And like I said, I bought this all wrong. I bought it all wrong. So I bought it sort of here. And look at this. Right up to 70 odd. What was I thinking? It's always good to have a wrong example to look at. But yeah, no chance we did well there. So let me just have a look at the portfolio there. eEnergy. So this has done very well for me. 60% up on this. EAS. And I bought around about here. It was coming out of oversold. Or maybe it was about here. Oversold, big volume day up, whacked up there, came down, and now we've had a lot of big volume days, broken through the RSI. I wouldn't ever buy up here, of course, because it's overbought. It's very hot. But where's my Fibonacci there. I don't do Fibonacci like normal Fibonacci. I'm just looking at that, the red green. So I wouldn't want to buy anyway. I mean, maybe in here, the probability of it going, lower here is very high. The probability of going higher here is very high as well. In the middle, it can go either way. So you're better off buying in this level. It needs to cool off. Completely needs to cool off on the RSI. Okay. Let's look at some hot stocks actually on NC Waite. Let's look at Novacyt. So again, it's not bad. It's coming into the yellow zone. Look at that. It's cooling off here. This may be coming in for a good buy now opportunity. As soon as this turns around, there's some obvious support look around about this 230 level. But again, if you're looking for, put how much return do you want on this? So if you say buy here, okay, and you think it may visit this previous highs, or just be conservative, say it won't quite get there. Again, you still got 70% from there, okay? From that level, 70%. So we're in 260, so that's, we're coming to a good area there. Again, how much do you want to get from this? Are you looking at some resistance there? You're looking 40% return? You can put a stop loss here because quite a tight stop loss because, if it's going to go below this level, and this is a gap up here, look, and it's hit this level before, support there. So it's 220 on them, 225. It's quite a bit of support and resistance here. So if it goes here, it's going lower. I've got to say, COVID stocks, I'm a bit wary on them at the moment. I never got into them, but I'm a bit wary on them because they are hot, and I think worry about coronavirus is dwindling, and so I think the heat's coming out. So this is this support here, obvious support here, but there's a resistance support here. So you could say, if it goes down below 60, 65, 60, it'll probably go to 50. Good support level here. Let's put my traffic light system on it though. So low to high, still in the red zone, very hot. Probably it will go lower from here. So RSI is coming down this way. It's rolling over on the MACDs. It's not an ideal setup here. I wouldn't, for me, not a conviction to get in there. I'd avoid this and wait to see how it plays out. What else we got? AVCT. These are these hot COVID plays. Again, the rise in this is phenomenal. I know there's some big money coming on the fundraise, which is very encouraging. But again, look at that. It's still in a red zone. As far as RSI is concerned, it's topped out. Look at that. That's hot. 85 up here. It's come down, dipped. Be nice to dip now and come back up, but it's rolling over. MACDs are rolling over. I know some money's come in here, but I don't know what the market cap is at the moment of that, what the valuation is, how they can justify that valuation, how they do, maybe the potential's there. But it'll be interesting to see. I mean, listen, there's three ways a chart can go, up, down, or across. It can just bottom out for a while, go sideways for a while, It doesn't have to go down. It can go up and down like this in a range for a long while now. Who knows? So, what else is there? Let's look at Tiziana chart. That's not bad, actually. I mean, it is rolling over RSI. Momentum's coming off. MACD's rolling over. All these COVID stocks now, so the momentum is coming out of them, completely. So this may just bob along in a sort of range. It may come off if you start getting big selling going on. But like I said, they've had a lot of momentum kicking up here, and it's coming off. So it's an uncertain area, and I wouldn't jump in right now. I'd wait until this rolls down, bottoms out, and at least we test some support here. But this is not the ideal time to buy. So all I'm saying is, when you go to invest, and I haven't done this many times, I've not really looked at the potential return I'm hoping to get. Now, with my filter system I think, right, what am I looking to get here? Investing is all about risk and reward. What risk is out there for you, and what reward are you looking for on that risk? You've got to weigh that up. Because for a long time, I just jumped into stocks thinking, okay, do you know what? This is a good stock. I'll just jump in. That's not good enough. It's not good enough. You have to ask yourself, okay, what level of return am I hoping to get? Even looking at the chart, is that viable? Will I have to go through new highs, attain new highs in the stock price to get that return? Or is there a safe level of return here and a safe level of risk? Because if it is, that's how to make money. If you can bring that risk down and that return goes up. You see a lot of return there. So like I said, one more. One more got quite correct on the old. What is Barrett? And what am I up on this? So I'm 14% up on Barrett. Like I said, I bought around here, I think. No, it must have been a bit higher. It must have been this level here. Yeah, so I bought around there. And you can see it's a good level of... Look, you can see here, it tested this level and bounced off. So the risk reward is very good here. It would be nice to see it breaking out. It may not for a while though, it may come down, but I'm happy with my initial entry. Like I said, I always scale in. So at the moment with Barrett, I've only got to sort of 3.5% or 3.24% in there. I intend to go up to 9%. But this will happen. There'll be volatility. There'll be other opportunities to buy the dips. So hopefully if you get that initial purchase correct, everything else will work out for you, But get the first one wrong, like I've done with Manolette and with Greg's, and it gets hard from there, all right? That's it. Hope that provided some value to you. If it did, show me, pay me back in a thumbs up, or share it. Or, better still, if you hadn't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Hope that helps. By the way, you can subscribe by clicking on my face right there. There's some other videos that may be of value to you as well. Give them a watch. I've gone all dark. Speak next week.